Look at that. That's on the meadow. Talked about a zillion times where they, it's probably been 4 years ago. Just a couple of people started pulling down in there and ended up making that a camping spot. And now they have totally made it a camping spot. I'm gonna look at this sign here. Oh wow, man. But that that sign don't look. Hello, Americans. Another friend subscribes around the world. Back here, man. Dude, this don't look, to me, this does not look like legit. This does not look like legit, not only got, November 6th. This, I'm going to take some pictures of this and ask them at the Forest Service. I don't think that this is actual Forest Service. Look at how they did this. And this thing, man, I ain't going to do it. But that thing just pops right out of there. I think that somebody has put that there trying to save this camping spot. That is not a sign, man. What they would do is put they'd put no camping signs here. And not only that, the Forest Service would come and look at that big old cable right there. The Forest Service would come, dude, they'd put logs, rocks, or whatever in this area. I think that is somebody trying to save this camping spot for hunting. That's what I think. And there's another one just down from that one. Dude, these are not legitimate. These are not legitimate signs. Somebody has made these up to reduce wildlife vulnerability during the hunting season. See, this one's got the November gone. I think that somebody has got them signs somewhere, cut them, and then put some bolts. And this right here, you can't even tell, but this is where last year there was a big camp back there. I think that it's those hunters are trying to protect this from their thing. I'm going to get some pictures of this and stop by the Forest Service. Dude, I was just thinking about those signs, and I'm going to let the Forest Service know, but that, I guarantee that those are, somebody just made those and put those there trying to save their spot, because we were up here Friday, me and Katie Joe, and you know, it was Friday late afternoon or evening, and we actually pulled into that camp because a buddy of theirs, Tony, used to camp there a long time ago, and we were talking about it, and those two signs weren't there. Well, you know, my son worked for the Forest Service for 5 years, 5 or 6 years, and first of all, they don't use old secondhand signs. You know, they ain't no junkers. Then they use a pounder to pound those in. They would never do a repair job thing like that. And that is not the sign that they would use to, you know, to do that. So, yeah, those signs will come together for sure. That's, somebody's just trying to keep their camping spot, which is kind of funny, man, but that's not right. Folks up here cutting wood over the weekend, scavenging woolen pieces. I know yesterday that we'll take a look at it when we get up there, but Tim and Katie Jo and the grandkids and then some friends of theirs and their kids all went up and got that big red fir that I'd found, or that me and Katie Jo found. Red fir and the another one down here. Put the big oh, guess better get that while I'm here. But that was a big red fir and some pondo and some couple of lodgepoles, and they got all that. So got a couple of 3 lengths there. Just scavenging, getting ready to get up on the lowest fence, first fence, about there. You know, it's funny how something can happen or whatever, and then you're pondering it, and look how they added this stump to the fence. But how, you know, a memory will pop back, something you hadn't thought of in a bazillion years. And them two signs reminded me years ago, probably 30 years ago, man. And it was when those fiberglass signs first came out. And we were up the week before. We were up at up above Yellow Pine on the Salmon River, doing some fishing. Man, they're doing good, you know. And you had to be careful because at the time the salmon were protected, you know. But you could, you know, obviously catch trout and stuff like that. Man, it was some good fishing. Anyway, we went up there this weekend, and man, the fishing was great. Man, had this camp spot right on the river, man, and I mean, it was just picture perfect plush. You know, so I get back and tell my mom and Scott about it, and they're all, wow, man, we'd like to go up there next weekend with you. That'd be great. So we ended up going up early, you know, to make sure everything was ready for Mom and Scott and everything like that. I can't remember, we went up on Thursday or something. Got up there, and as we go to pull in that spot, there's one of those signs. Same kind of deal. You could tell that the Forest Service hadn't put it in. I can't remember all the things, and I was like, this sign just doesn't go with this place. You know, and it yanked out of the ground really easy. Man, I just yanked it out of the ground and threw it in the bushes. And, you know, Mom and Scott showed up the next day, and we camped there and stuff, man, and I had the Forest Service come by and, you know, just wave and stuff, you know, like nothing. And I know that somebody had put that there just wanting to get that, you know. You gotta watch that, man. You gotta watch that. But then you don't know. But I guarantee those two signs, the way that they're all jerry-rigged together, them ain't legit. Another chunk of deer hide. Somebody got one, or animals probably drug it over here. It's just a little piece of it. Alright, man. Not too worried about the fences being cut and stuff this week, because, you know, I've checked them all and stuff since bow hunting. I ended up with, I think, 2 cut and then 1 undone. But Ain't too concerned about that. Only thing that concerns me is, I think it was the day before yesterday, man, we had some big high winds. So then that always concerns me for, boy, that mother right there came down. It would go right across the fence, but that always concerns me for trees falling across the, falling across the fence and knocking it down, squishing it. But so far, so good. And then, I didn't count them, but there's a lot of camps up here where they just got their trailers sitting, or tents pitched, because rifle season opens in 3 days. And then my last day on the fence, unless I end up extending it a little bit, but my last day on the fence is the 15th, so it's just five days. But I don't know how crazy it'll be up here for 5 days, but bow season was anything to show. It could be a little crazy up here. The other thing is, which it could change, but it's supposed to be 80 degrees here today. Or not up here, but down on the creek bottom. And they're predicting 80s, so it could be, low 80s. This morning it was, probably 37. And then up to 80, so it's supposed to warm up this afternoon. But I think this will be the first, and it's not over yet, man, because it could change in a flash. I know the temps are supposed to drop in the next 3 or 4 days. But I think if I don't get any snow on the fence line this year, that'll be, dang, dude, maybe the first year ever. I usually always at least get a skiff. So it could change.